Greetings, Aries, and welcome to Ingrid's Insights. I hope you're doing well, and this is your May bonus reading for the first week of May, and let's jump right in and see what it is that Aries needs to know. And today I will be reading from the Beginner's Tarot and also from the Fairies and Magical Creatures Tarot card and Mysticism. And I will begin with the Rider-Waite to get the reading. Wow, and this jumped right out. There's a celebration coming, a welcoming, a feeling of a renewal with a partnership or something, a milestone you've reached. You come to the finish line and you're feeling very excited. You're feeling your creative goals and your relationships are all prospering and they've come to a new level of happiness that you want to celebrate with others, Aries. And it's now a time you're entering a period where you're choosing freedom, or you have these new opportunities to take on a new creative project. Something fiery like you, Aries. And so let's see what it is, Spirit guides, that is the challenge to this happiness, this rewarding yourself for something you've achieved recently. And it's bringing you a partnership, a wedding, just a very special party that's coming up. And it's coming because you have been shouldering something for a while now. This is going from the 4 of Wands to the 10, so there's a lot of energy and burden. It's like you're feeling like what challenges this is a feeling of being overworked, overcommitted. Taking on a responsibility, Aries, is not really yours. And you feel like your responsibilities, maybe within a relationship or maybe within work, are just a very heavy burden for you. And you're coming to the end of that. That's the challenge to this celebration, is overwork, feeling a responsibility to something that you are almost finished with. You can see how this man is shouldering that so much that he doesn't even see that he's almost there. You're almost home. You're almost to this celebration, Aries. And if the foundation is the moon, well, there's something that is not clear about whatever is going on with this obligation, this responsibility. And something about your very deepest psychic abilities are being tested. Your faith in that your own sense of what is right and wrong, what is clear and what is a delusion, are now, Aries, coming. This burden of whatever this is you've been shouldering is coming to an end. And something about the Lovers is coming. As you come into the recent past, there was a very important, monumental discovery of a decision that needed to be made. And that decision was one where you looked to your higher power. It wasn't only like a romantic decision of the lovers. That can be part of that card. But it's saying that there was this very divine almost decision that needed to make, like that would change your whole life or set your life on a course for many, many years, like a marriage, like taking on a commitment with a child. And there's something that is coming now that is challenging this sense of this sadness here. And there's a challenge. So let's just review these cards and get some clear information before we move to the last 4 cards of the Celtic Cross. Wow. There is the 4 of Wands again in the same position. That's crazy. The 4 of Wands. So there is, Aries, a very big emphasis as you're thinking about this, something about a reunion, something about a party, something about a celebration, something about coming to a milestone, and you're celebrating with others. And that is amazing that that is coming now, twice. So that's saying there's something very important. This feeling about coming to the finish line of something that you're celebrating. And it's bringing you a lot of abundance and happiness and energy and fulfillment. But that is being challenged by some heavy burden where you feel life is a constant battle. And now you're looking for creative solutions to your problem because this was challenging that ability to celebrate and reach the finish line and be very happy with in a relationship or within a structure that you know will last for a long time. But you're overcoming this situation because you're being asked to make some very significant changes, Aries, in this month of May. And you're dealing with also a sense of something at the foundation you can't see. Something at the root is out of your field of awareness, Aries. And you're needing to bring some psychic awareness to this. To recognize that something about this celebration, this party, this beginning at a whole new life, a whole new phase of life, but after accomplishing and celebrating and coming to a happy announcement where you're joining in with others. But somehow the challenge to that is this burden, how heavy that is. Some responsibility, maybe it's a moral obligation that's making it heavy for you to celebrate this. But the moon is here because it's saying there could be secrets being hidden at the foundation about this celebration, about this party, wedding, coming together, this coming to a milestone and celebrating that rite of passage with others. And so it's saying, Aries, that this burden you really have to look at, is there something right now that you're aware of that you're shouldering? You have shoulder problems or muscle problems, or maybe you have a lot of backaches, or just feeling a lot of frustration and irritability because you know you need to make a change in your life if you want to have this real celebration, or something is burdening this. Because there's some things are not clear. Some things you feel you're being not given all the information about what this celebration is going to be and what the responsibility is around it. And at the past, you've had to see there was this romance, something beautiful, something attractive. But then this lovers represents a milestone, like this decision that needs to be made, a choice in partnership or a choice in union within yourself, blending the masculine and the feminine, the receptive feminine, where we download all the grace and abundance from source. Just like in nature, there's this abundance of bounty, like it's spring now, and the flowers and the trees just bursting with that creative energy of life itself, and that's an Aries energy. But the lovers is saying this is a time of important decisions that happened recently, and you maybe have come to that. And then there was something disappointing, or you felt like a loss happened as you made this decision, or thinking about this decision-making process. How do you decide what you really want? How do you decide what you join with? And what you will take you to the next level of healing, of coming together, of blending those masculine and feminine qualities within that sacred marriage within ourselves. But there's this Aries, something is at the crown you're having to download now, has to do with loss, grief, sadness, disappointment, and love. Spilt feelings, something has been spilled, and you're looking at these spilt cups, but two of them have this red coming out. It could be bad blood, something that wasn't correct or right within a relationship. Or that green liquid could be that something in a relationship was actually toxic or poisonous. But you're having to deal with this loss. It could be in a relationship, a friendship, a loss in something around a family member, a situation. But you have the strength to pick up these other two cards and cross that bridge. You see the water there represents making a change, and it's being advised right now. There is a change that needs to be made, and one of the changes could be this Five of Cups, having to release these disappointments, to let them go for once and for all, to purify, to purge ourselves of any loss we're holding on to, whether it's loss within our own personality development and regrets, or if it's something that we feel ashamed of and we can't share, so we cloak ourselves off from that new love, that new celebration. Your home is right there. It's not that far away. You just need to make that decision to turn around and release whatever's holding you back. And what's coming is this sense of needing to be cautious about what's happening right now, about what this is. There's a lot of wands here in this line, the two fours, and then we've got, there could be obstacles, secret enemies, frustrating arguments, challenges, battling, just competition in general, and the feeling of that. And so now we've got the Four of Cups, the Four of Wands twice here as what this question is, how you see this situation is one of celebration, one of this time of just a new life passage is coming for someone or you, and you're celebrating it. Could be the announcement of an engagement or a marriage, the birth of a child. But there's something that's burdening you about this, that life constantly feels like this battles, a kind of feeling of not getting any rest, and you got the moon again, Aries. The challenge is this putting down this burden of this dream-like, unconscious way of feeling these emotions that are a burden. There's something about what is coming up from your dreams that is troubling, this secretive, that is cut off, that you don't know about, you're not clear about. You could be being deceived or lied and cheated about something, and it's a burden. And the moon is here at the foundation as well because of the Four of Swords, where you're needing to rest and recover and renew. Maybe after this Five of Cups, there is a lot of sadness and this fighting and this battling and this quarreling and this feeling there's always these oppositions to you. And this is a card where this figure represents a knight back in the old days of the Crusades, where they maybe went to battle for 20 years. And when they finally come home, they don't even know if any of their family or relatives or ancestors are even still alive. But they go to the family mausoleum to rest and pray and to get this download from those higher powers, and to renew after and to process. It seems like there's a need to process something that was hidden, secret, that was deceiving, that wasn't clear, wasn't true and accurate. And you're having to heal from that and understand that mentally and rest and get from this quarreling, these battles. And the lovers are here because the Chariot, you move quickly toward this connection, toward victory with this decision, this feeling of this relationship. You're going toward it with this vibrancy, quickness. You're moving somewhere else to a whole new place. And that's what is the energy around this celebration. wanting to move with this decision, make this decision, but you know you can, but you got to move it out into a whole new world, because you're leaving that sadness and grief and loss and starting to build this home, renovate this, work on this in collaboration, be recognized for your money-making abilities and your skills and your craft in collaboration. And that will heal that disappointment, that loss, whatever that has been. And you're working on it and getting recognition. And you're going to have to still fight and challenge and battle, because you're having to be flexible and adaptable and having to do the give and take, a dance right now with whatever this competition is, and maintain, maybe work one job and then have to go home and work something else, but you're juggling and balancing, and that's creating a lot of friction, a lot of competitive energies. You could be having fights with people. Things could be, not working out. There could be glitches in communication. But you are, you see this as something is coming up from your past, some nostalgia. This could be connected to somebody from your childhood. Something about this loss, this past, because it goes from the 5 to the 6. Some grief is now leading to maybe an inner child healing, where you're beginning to look at those phases of your childhood that maybe were secret and hidden and not clear to you. And you're doing some work recovering that, so you can move on to this next phase of life. And you're going to move there quickly and be very financially successful, because you have the 10 of Pentacles. Well, that's how you see someone in your environment. This is how your environment is influencing you. It could be that there's a way that the family was structured for many generations around wealth, around family beliefs, around how money is distributed and how people work and come together, and responsibilities. There could be a burden that you're carrying, because you've got 2 tens around creating this legacy, or that this is what's going on in your environment. Something that is affecting you in terms of building your own wealth, building your own resources, in collaboration with others, and leaving behind whatever happened that is very disappointing and was causing you a lot of grief. And wow, the Emperor, that's you, Aries. And whenever you find that card that represents you, the Aries, this is powerful. It double emphasizes this need. This is your hope and fear, is that you'll take command of your life, that you will be the dominant one and take that Aries leadership quality and rule over your domain. Go after what you want and know you can get it. Have that confidence that you are sitting on your throne of abundance. And it's like the 10 of Pentacles and then the Emperor. So there is this fear that you can't be the boss, something about a father figure that might be in the hope and fear about this, creating this legacy, or how the family has dealt with money over many generations. And you're resting and meditating and healing from some heartbreak or some feeling of betrayal or something that has happened, that you're trying to get over this paranoia or this feeling of deception in your environment that's just out of your field of awareness. But this Emperor, that's your hope and fear, to be the boss, to claim your life, to be that authority, and to take the consequence for whatever it is you put out there, your actions. And know that you can create whatever that is you want because of the Hierophant. Well, this is another card of looking up. He's pointing up to the heavens, to our higher power, to getting the wisdom and authority. And these go, this is the 4 and this is the 5. So there is a progression in terms of both worldly power, and this is the card ruled by Taurus, is worldly power and a spiritual power. But the Emperor rules over this domain of the 3D, and rules with confidence and with the ability to see things from a really broad and high perspective and deal with a lot of details and the structure of how things work in your life. And that's your hope and fear. And then the Hierophant is this commitment, something you're going to be committed to. It could be a new belief system about money, about something that happened in your past that was unclear in the moonlight, could have been secret, kept from you, deceptive. And then in the recent past, there was this fundamental, life-changing, life-important decision that you had to make that was going to transform your life from one phase to the other. Like the Four of Wands is saying you're celebrating, closing out something, a rite of passage into whatever this is, a graduation, the announcement of a marriage, a party just celebrating the buying a new home, renovating. Something where you're enjoying things that stem out from home, family, celebrations within the family and friendships. And then you've got the Six of Cups saying there's the way you're feeling and thinking and engaging. This celebration is one of nostalgia, something from the past. This could be a card of going home. Maybe you're going back to an old ancestral home, and it's going to bring up a lot about the family, with grandparents, with dogs, with this amazing home. And that sense of a legacy that lasts through generations. And that boss, that authority over the reality of what happens and who makes the decisions. You are doing that now, Aries, and that's you. And your hope and fear is that you will sit on that throne of authority to be the creator of your own destiny and your own life. And you're going to look to the higher powers, to your belief system, what guides you, to philosophy, to higher learning, to a trusted teacher, someone who can guide you in these areas of making these profound decisions toward a commitment. It could be a commitment in marriage, because it seems like there is a lot to do with a commitment to this new rite of passage, this new life, this celebration. But there's a lot of things that are still unclear. But then when we come up the ladder here, the Six of Cups is saying there's something needs to be let go of from the past to create your own legacy and to be the emperor of your own life and to rule your own world, but also to have that higher power, that spiritual awareness from where all our abundance comes, and that's the Hierophant. So this is a very interesting reading, and let's get a few clarifications. Why is, again, this Four of Cups, the Four of Wands coming in twice here as the question? Because the world, well, you're closing out an old cycle. Something's coming to an end, and that's what you're celebrating. You're celebrating the completion of an old cycle. New choices are beginning because you're closing this out successfully. And there's the World. This is the last card of the tarot, and then we begin again with 0. So that's powerful. And this is accentuating, since this is the major arcana, Aries, that something profound is happening and you're coming to a new milestone, a new life, a new destiny, and you're closing something out to celebrate. And this burden that's been covered by the moon, you've been carrying a heavy load, some secret obligation that's been very painful. But you've got psychic abilities. Maybe you've been having some dreams about this. And what is it? You've got the 8 of Swords. Well, that could be that you feel a little imprisoned mentally about something. feeling like people are interfering. And the moon is kind of, things are not, they're in the shadows. And the moon shadows can be very deceiving. And this moon here is because you've got another Seven of Swords. That is another card that it goes from the 7 to the 8, but these are both cards of us. There's some self-deception. There's some self-sabotage. There's from some lying, cheating, and stealing, Aries, at the foundation. Something is secret. Something's hidden. Somebody's trying to get away with somebody. It could be a narcissistic energy, just trying to use this distractions to then sneak away and steal from you. Steal your energy, your knowledge. And so it's a shadow polarity of Aquarius at the foundation. But it could be just that you're using this as a strategy to deal with whatever you don't understand at the foundation. That could be, something deceptive, dangerous. King of Wands is here because you're moving forward with this decision toward a sense of going for this passion, this sexuality, this energy, going for magic, to make magic, an entrepreneurial energy. And there is a sense of, at the crown, well, you need to have a little new perspective on this Five of Cups, a new way of looking at it, to surrender this loss, this grief, and this sadness, and to heal from that, and to change and be something totally different now, because you have been fighting and quarreling and dealing with competition and having a lot of setbacks, but the wheel of fortune is turning in a whole new direction. But you've got to take those two pentacles and balance and be flexible and move and change. And you will be having to take some time toward introspection, toward following what's your true inner destiny. And that's what you're meditating on here with the Four of Swords. You're taking time out to really connect to your deepest layer of those ancestral wisdom within you. And it's something is coming from the past about a childhood. Look at that. It almost looks like this home behind you, this house. But you are using that inner forgiveness about something from childhood, forgiving yourself, forgiving someone from your past. And you have the courage and the strength to get through this and to use your past childhood innocence and that ability to be playful and happy, because this legacy is coming and the Lovers is here again, twice. A choice has to be made about what kind of legacy you want to leave behind, Aries. And you've got the Emperor with the Two of Wands because you're taking your energy out. The world is your domain now, new horizons. You're seeing where this entrepreneurial energy that you have started with the King, but it's becoming confidence, powerful, the boss. And then you are going to use the High Priestess, wow, and the High Priest together. The Hierophant is the masculine version of the High Priestess. So you're going to use both your inner deep psychic wisdom that is also coming out in these two moon cards. There's something coming up in a dream, some information, some intuition. And the High Priestess is here, and she is able to go deep into the unconscious and bring out wisdom, and that the Hierophant is pointing toward. As above, so below. And what a powerful reading for you, Aries, today. And let's get one final card from our angel oracle. What is it that Aries needs to take away? Well, clear, cancel, and release. Whatever this is that's holding you back and you're closing out a cycle, you're going to clear, cancel, and release. And once you do that, you're going to find joy and contentment. And that will be the way you will celebrate and find this true finish line that's coming for you in May. And so it is. And Aries, a very powerful reading for you. A lot of information to take in. And so I hope it resonated with you. And if it did, please subscribe to my channel. And that way you'll get these Aries readings every time they come out. And you know I love you, and you are precious to me, my dear Aries. And you're growing and learning to grow into this wisdom and this knowledge about yourself and about what it is you need to clear, cancel, and release so you can have this full celebration. And see you next time. Bye-bye.